Okay, alright, I know. Okay, so this is not a compilation video. Well, it kinda is. Here's the thing. It's half and half. Half of this video is like new forms I haven't talked about before on this channel. Like I ain't do a whole video on this channel, putting it here. And like first one is probably gonna be Hypersonic. That's gonna be a quick one because, well, you know, I can't say too much about that form. But then I think I'm gonna do Sonic.exe, that form. If you don't know, I did post this video, but it got taken down my YouTube, so I had to like come back, fix some things up. And instead of like post it separately, I might as well put it in this Sonic form video. Now the rest are like old Sonic form videos I talked about before. Like Dark Sonic, put Fleetway Sonic back in here, still iconic form. But just know this is kind of like a bizarreness of Sonic forms. Talking about like, you know, the craziness, the darkness, and the aura farmness and the sheer like backstories behind it and just the designs and other things of that nature. So yeah, because Sonic has a lot of forms, and I may not include all of them, but these are the ones I talked about over the channel history and just overall my favorite ones that I talked about before. So reason I'm doing this because, well, last 2 months, fourth quarter, I got a lot of stuff planned, like big videos. I'm making community posts about which videos that I'm working on right now. So stay tuned for that. And also I may have a collab before the year ends. So stay tuned for that as well too. It's going to be an interesting video. And that is it right now. So subscribe, like the video if you haven't seen the Sonic form videos that I posted on the channel in an all-in-one video right here. If you didn't see the new ones, they'll be the first ones to play. And then the rest you've seen before, just have it on the background. You already know my motto, man. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for the support. This year has been crazy. Let's end this year off with a bang. Stay tuned for what I got, man. It's some good shit. Long videos too, so stay tuned, man. I truly wish I could say more about Hypersonic, but unfortunately, he is kind of like forgotten in a way, kind of left back on a back burner, you know. He's not completely forgotten. He has like some fans that want him back, but still, Sega's like, forget about that, you know what I'm saying? But let me tell you why I love it so much. So I first discovered this form when I was like, I think little, probably like 10 or 11. And I actually like added him to Smash Bros. I replaced his Supersonic skin when he used the Final Smash with the Hyper Rainbow-ish skin, you know, as Hypersonic. It was cool as hell, and I was like, bro, this is so godly. Now, years later, I always like thought about this form, but I kind of forgot about it a little bit until I saw Ultra Instinct Goku again, and I was like, wait, that reminded me of Hypersonic, all that, you know, crazy connection and shit. I discovered this one back then, and I was like, how come I don't see this anymore throughout the Sonic years? Like, we could have got him different new games. That would have been a great way to introduce him, maybe even Frontiers. Instead of Supersonic 2, we could have got like Hypersonic. Like, this will look fire as hell. I think I've seen this online. Like, this, come on, bro. You can't tell me that would have been a nice DLC. And I believe he's also like stronger than Supersonic, so that even adds more to him leveling up in power. So like, hey, I see nothing but positives, but the reason Hypersonic isn't brought back anymore because he first appeared as technically a bonus for a game. I think it was 94 game, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I think. And instead of the Chaos Emeralds we used to go Supersonic, it was the Super Emeralds. I think that was the name of it. And it was in a different dimension. Hence why you can't like use that form anymore. It's like a one-off thing, and on top of that, it was a bonus. So that really wasn't the whole focal point of the game. So since then to this day, people have been wanting the form back, and hence why you see a lot of people have been recreating this form in different fan animations, fan arts. I know one of my favorite iterations of this was the Nazo Unleashed series when I think Shadow and Sonic fused, and we ended up getting Hypersonic and Shadow, aka Hypershatic. And also another form I like this use of was, speaking of Goku, the wonderful artist, shout out to them, COD Productions, used Hypersonic face off against Goku, and this was like the most one-sided battle I've seen. It was a one-shot comic, so of course it wasn't that long at all. But still, if I want to show like a quick representation of Hypersonic and its sheer dominance of power, boom, right here. But it was nice seeing fan arts, people trying to scale the power, saying what if it came back, using in different comics, fan animations. It's beautiful to see. Now, do I think this form will ever come back? Never say never, but I highly doubt it. I feel like with Sega now, I think even they said in the interview that like this form is kind of like a power creep. I think that's the term for it. And they kind of like want to forget about it since they want to represent Supersonic as like the ultimate strong form. Hence why we got Supersonic and Supersonic 2 recently. So yeah, Hypersonic, I doubt we'll ever see it back. And I highly, highly doubt we're going to like see the use of that form as like a Master Ultra Instinct way or a showcase as such. So, yep, I'm kind of sad. Very abrupt ending, but still. Look at different fan stuff, man. You love to see this form, man. It's so good. One of my favorite forms design-wise. It fits his whole like character so well. It's showing like a god Sonic in a way. If there's a form to describe it, it would be that, man.
Are you ready? Because I am. Let's do this.
I knew this time would come eventually. In the spirit of Halloween, I said, might as well. See, fun fact about me and my traits is that I like a lot of things movie-wise, game-wise, like comedy, action, even sometimes thriller, mystery-ish shit, you know what I'm saying? I like that. What I don't like in these genres is scary shit. That's why I don't go to scary movies, I don't watch them, I don't play scary horror games. And the one time I did was Five Nights at Freddy's, and oh my God, that gave me some scarring memories. But yeah, so I'll say all that to say is I don't like scary stuff. And growing up on the internet, I encountered different scary things like Slenderman. I was scared by that. Them scary cartoon theories. Oh my God, I hated those. The SpongeBob one and the Ed and the Eddie one specifically. What do you mean all the characters are dead? Now here's the thing. Over time, when I became more of a Chad and more of a man, I've encountered more stuff on the internet like scary things such as creepypastas. And then I actually made me watch some scary animes like Madoka Magica. If you don't know, this is a whole facade. This is not a Magica girl and other shit like that. But creepypastas have been on the internet for a while. But the one I encountered the most is Sonic.exe. Okay. So this is not gonna be one of them like hour-long deep dives things. I can't take it. Now I just want to go over the basics of Sonic.exe. Because surprisingly, I don't know that much about him besides this whole scary look and a little bit of the games. So this video, I just want to go over who this is. And actually, not even just who. I decided I'm going to take y'all back to English class with this little format. I'm going to do a who, what, when, where, and how, or why.
Hey, bro, come on now,
I forgot the 5 W's, you know what I mean? I'm going to like go over this whole character in this format. I'm gonna do everyone except for where, because like that's kind of confusing. Also, if you think about it, you might ask, where is Sonic.exe? Well, when it comes nighttime, he's everywhere. Who the fuck is Sonic.exe? Okay, so he is a Sonic quote-unquote form that was created from the creepypasta community and is a made-up scary story regarding Sonic, which I dive more into when I go into what category. But yeah, who is Sonic.exe? Some people consider him a demon, or maybe a demigod, or actually a god in some ways. Because from the stories I've heard and even some of the games that I've seen, they represent this guy as an undead being that will always come for you. And in fact, when I was watching like a video regarding the Sonic.exe to learn more about the character, I come across this guy channel, shout out to him, and he showed this clip when talking about Sonic.exe. First in my head, I paused. I was like, I don't think I could do this, bro. Because even that scared me. Like, it was quiet in my room while watching this, and that just blasted my fucking speaker, and just seeing Tails get, man, I'm telling y'all better like the video, please. I don't like this scary shit, bro. I thought I was a man. Fuck that. And so when learning more about the character, I found out that this is going to what now? What is Sonic.exe? So it is a horror story involving Kyle and Tom, best friends, right? So Kyle sent a package to Tom at a doorstep, and apparently he hasn't heard from him in a while. And I ain't gonna lie, this give me definitely major vibes of 13 Reasons Why. And even adds to the fact that he got a package, he got a letter, and a disc. So you just replace the tapes with the disc and boom. But the letter said he couldn't take this no more. Like, it's pretty much a letter that he's scary, like he's haunting him and he's after him. He's so fast he can't catch up. It's one of them letters, like a cry for help, like good luck, it's on you now type shit. He's pleaded for him to destroy the disc, end it once and for all. And well, Tom played the fucking game. And I should say now, trigger warning, because what I'm about to say and say for the rest of the video might be a lot. He plays the game and it's like the classic Sonic game but this time it switches from, you know, nice colorful shit to a dark redness, horror, scary, eerie fucking screen with Sonic, and his eyes are just black and red, blood from his eyes. Yeah, it is not a good sight. CZ also pointed out too that it goes from the regular 1990 tag in the bottom right corner to 6'6". Yeah, ooh. Hell nah. I rebuke this shit. You play as Tails and you just go through, you know, like a regular Sonic game, but then you see a corpse right there in the beginning. Shit went south so fast. And then you play as him some more, and then all of a sudden you just stop right there. The game's making you stop. You think it's like a glitch, you know, you probably crash the game. So you're like, oh shit, what should I do? You know, should I turn it off? And then all of a sudden, Tails move on its own. You're not even controlling it. You're like these. He walks slowly to Sonic. And Sonic just, you know, posing or farming really. You're thinking, hey, Sonic hit Satan Day this time, you know. I get to run the duos with my bro. Oh.
Hello. Do you want to play with me?
And now you shivering, sweating at this point, and he's like, fuck, I might as well finish it now. Everything's on fire. And you're like, why am I running? Oh, you'll know why. You see Sonic.exe is crawling up behind you, appearing everywhere, and now it's chasing the living hell out of you. And you're like, run! Spamming your buttons, and like you're sweating like, please God, please God. And don't forget, by the way, Tom is like a kid playing this, so he's already scarred at this point. But it gets worse, because as soon as he's trying to get away,
there's no way out of this one. You're done.
Because Sonic just stops Tails. He's crying. Don't know where he went. And then all of a sudden he appears. Oh shit! BAM! Oh my god, and that's it. And then it asks, you're too slow, want to try again? So Tom, the little old boy, witnessed the fucking fox dying. He's just stuck, sitting there, asking himself, what did I encounter? And then his mom calls him for dinner. He goes to the dinner table like these, just stuck on what he just seen. So that's how it starts. Man, these guys are twisted, but it gets worse. Somehow it gets worse. The whole story then later goes on to you playing as Knuckles, and then same thing happened, and then you wanted to take a break, but then you have a nightmare about Sonic.exe. He's torturing your mind, but you still have enough willpower to defeat this stupid CD. You play as Eggman. Uh-oh, the last character remaining, and you see, maybe I'm so close I could beat this. But nope, there he is again. You can't escape this little hedgehog. And then all of a sudden it goes to static. Then, gotcha. Boo! Ah! A creepy ass version of Sonic staring directly at you. No, not anybody else in the room, not your mom, not your family, you. And it is so scary. It's like you're in a trance, just staring right back at it and crying, knowing that, damn it, he got me too. But I'm pretty sure the story is when Sonic.exe is asking around too, and Tom said, fuck no, try to check it out, but it doesn't work. Boots up the computer again, it's back to normal. But then he hears voices in his head, and he looks around and sees a plushie of Sonic.exe right there, and that's where it ends. So yeah, this thing definitely haunted that child for the rest of his life. So yeah, that's really what it is, like a horror creepypasta story. And I believe that's the first of its kind. And now that brings me to Win. Sonic.exe story was created in 2011 by someone named JC the Hyena. A year later, in 2012, created into a game by NY5T Crimson. And that's how we got this game right here. And this exploded the whole Sonic.exe story and brought it to a visual, like, interactive game. And what the Sonic community does best, they see it, like it, and saying, bet, I could one up this. Here comes the fan arts, the fan animation, the fan games, and just more lore to the story, and just more scary shit. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm not gonna play no fan games this video, but I will check out some that I've seen people playing. So the fan games I saw was Sunky the .exe, and this one just, I don't know why, it's giving me vibes of Sonic. If you know, you know, but like, it's the less scary version. It's probably why I like it more. Less scary, and all he wants to do is play with his friends. But Eggman keeps, spoiling it, so I'm pretty sure you know what happens next. That's a fun one right there. Sonic.exe Project X scared the living shit out of me, and I'm just watching it again. Look at this, bro. Like, this seriously might be the scariest. Like, I'm not playing it, but like, bro, Amy screaming, Tico coming in, oh my god, it's so gory, bro. I'm not sure if I can show it, but like, I'm getting nauseous, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to it. This is not fun. I don't like this video no more, bro. This is not fun. I'm looking at all like the death scenes. It's so bad, bro. God. I ain't gonna lie to the Metasonic one, like, that's kind of hard. This shit is probably the creepiest thing I've seen so far. Oh. Fuck. No. Just when I think Sonic.exe couldn't get any worse, there's Sonic.ribs and Sonic.eyx. EYX is legit. I can't even look at it. .ribs makes my skin itch, bro. It makes my skin crawl. It's so fucking creepy. This little hedgehog you knew, bro, when you look these up, it is so much worse. I can't look at them the same no more. These fan games of fan games, this reminded me of some Undertale shit in that community. It's layers upon layers upon layers of these characters. I've seen some about Sally.exe, Amy.exe, other ones, but like the ribs and the EYX, and I'm pretty sure there's more out there. Oh my god, the death scenes, dude. One of them I saw, it was like death, like a whole bunch of Sonic just eating Knuckles, and it sounded so gross. Oh my god. I'm not even bullshit. I might throw her. Hold on, I'll be back.
20 minutes later.
What the fuck is this? Oh my, what is, dude, my ears. Oh my god, dude, I feel dead ass truly sorry for Tails. I keep seeing him. He's getting the Subaru treatment, bro. Dying over and over again in the craziest ways. It's so bad, bro. These fans are, bro, y'all are crazy. And apparently, speaking of fans, this got even more controversy. It got pulled from like the original website and like caused an outrage. Apparently the reason was because like a whole bunch of ripoffs in the span of like 2 years or something like that, or 3 years. And the community was pissed the fuck off. So they was like rebellion against them niggas. Like it was insane. And the original creator, JC the Hyena, you probably thought, oh, he probably just let it go, right? He probably just let it go. It's been fun while it lasted. He probably let it die, right? Well, I kept watching CZ video, and this is what he said.
For our victory over the haters. The haters need to bleed for their crimes.
Oh.
What?
Oh, hell no. This, yo, you tripping, bro. You tripping. And not only did like this post didn't really do nothing till like years later, apparently the original creator is on some like weird shit. He got outed by his ex like down the line that he's a pedo. I mean, which is not surprising given the fact that furry history. I feel like if you've seen his video, CZ video, and he went over all this, yeah, this guy's some weird shit, and I kind of expected that. Yeah, the whole history regarding the creator of EXE is a lot. Just know, long story short, the ex-girlfriend took over that to, make people comfortable actually making Sonic.exe stuff. That's how it still never died from this, because with more releases came more mods, more Sonic releases like the movie, other games like Friday Night Funkin', newer fan arts, which by the way, I know I didn't talk about the fan arts yet. Usually I showcase these fan arts saying how great it is, how cool it is, how much time the person probably spent making this, like just overall giving praise to it. These, the more creepier it got, is the best ones that I gotta say that made me almost shit myself looking at these. So these are the scariest ones I've seen right here. I understand if you don't look at them too much, I'll make it quick, go ahead and move on to the next. And now regarding fan animations, surprisingly, I think it's half and half of this. Because these animations, the scary ones that's meant to be scary, I think I saw Five Nights at Freddy ones. The ones that meant to be scary are scary as hell. And I'm not sure this is even like considered .exe. They give me the same creepypasta vibes. The Shin Sonic, this is the scary, bro. My jaw dropped when I watched this. Like, ew, get this off my screen. But there are also a lot of funny ones, like a lot of parodies regarding these characters. Like this Tails short one is funny. I don't know why. I guess because all the shit I've seen so far regarding Tails and him like encountering EXE. But this is a funny ass one. And then you got like parodies like these. and other ones like this, bro. They can't take this form seriously sometimes. Oh, this community, man. This is one of my favorite fan animations of all time. The EXE versus like Sonic Knuckles, and yeah, I think I might do a separate video on this. I know I said I've seen it already, but I kind of want to do like my funny commentary over it because it is so good, bro. And also, before I end off this video, I know I gotta talk about the last one. Why is Sonic.exe a thing? To put it simple, now I know I don't like scary stuff, but some people like passion. It's like these horror type scary stuff, you know. They get a sense of freedom and like it's just overall cool thing to see and experience. I most likely look at it the same way as why people love Halloween or like scary movies. It's just an overall form of entertainment for them. It seems cool to them, so I respect it. And even though most of the things I found scary, the whole concept is still like bizarre and like oddly cool as hell too. Like it's a whole series regarding the EXE, the new remakes involving old characters, add a new plot to it. It's an interesting space, I'll say that. Definitely interesting. Got controversies. That shit's still wild. But I'm glad the community, you know, is making a positive and a negative in this shit. So yeah. Now, is it one of my favorite forms? Hell nah. Scares me shitless. Yeah, Sonic.exe. Wow. It's a roller coaster, I'll say that. Learning the history. Once again, shout out to CZ on YouTube. Check out his channel for other like horror stuff. That being said, I hope you enjoyed the video and comment down below your thoughts about Sonic.exe. Now I'm gonna go wash my eyes and probably go to church. So, bye. Now, what I like about this form is a lot of things. The design of it, the power, the sheer dominance, and the fact that he has some infamous status to this form too. Because he really came in, crashed the party, then dipped. Really, I'm not even bullshitting. Yeah, he left an impact on the fandom. Now, there are some Sonic forms that I love, some I don't like, some I still finding out about. But this form is like one of those forms that I kind of wish was used more. Like, same with Hypersonic. Please bring that back. Please, I miss it, bro. And I know a lot of people watching this video probably already know what Dark Spine Sonic is. But for the people that don't, y'all want to like, Glory, what the f you talking about? I never seen this form of Sonic before. Is this canon? I'll explain real quick. This form is from Sonic and the Secret Rings, the video game. I think they came out on Wii. This time period when it came out on, I'll say the Sega was definitely trying shit, because I remember this came out around the time Sonic Unleashed came out, and the whole timeline of like Sonic games where they was doing like random shit. Sonic Unleashed, which I love. Some people didn't like because there's like Warehouse Sonic. What the fuck happened to the regular Hedgehog Sonic? And then you got Sonic and the Black Knight, which looked cool, and I played a little bit of it too. But people was like, knights, swords, what the fuck are we doing now? And then around this time, that's when Sonic and the Secret Rings came out. Once again, Sega trying new shit. Actually, I didn't play this game, really. I played the other two. I know about this game from this form alone. I was like, whoa, what kind of god is that? And I found out this game is like about pretty much, I found out he got isekai, Sonic got isekai to this world of genies and shit. And Sonic has to stop this evil genie, Razor Jin or something like that. This guy. And yeah, and that's when the whole Secret Rings come about. I think there's no Chaos Emeralds in this world, so rings are here. That's when Sonic, in the final boss level, he goes against Eraser, and Sonic gets 3 of those rings that he has. Those 3 rings he got was, I believe, hatred, sadness, and rage, which is ironically funny because I talked about him having these emotions, well, in this moment right here in the comic, but that's here no less. But he got those rings, and out of all the rings he could get, boy, when he got these rings, that boy transformed. And I love this scene too, even though it's not even like 3D, it's like 2D, but the way they did it and the way they visualize it too, just pure aura and pure emotion. Yo, voice acting was crazy, and this is the first representation we got of this form. Looks so raw. This art right here too remind me of like Knuckles for some reason. This guy said, "Lend me power." No, we gonna stop this bastard. That's how he was moving. Menace, Dark Spine Sonic, let's go. And one of the first lines he says this. He said, I don't want any part of that shit. And I love the voice. I love the aggression. And I also love the fact that he still got his arrogant cocky, annoying, smart ass self. Like, so I just thought of a comparison to this form. I know I'm comparing Dragon Ball to a lot of Sonic things. It's just a coincidence sometimes. But this Darkspawn form actually reminded me a lot of Super Saiyan 4 Goku, from just, you know, the rage in his voice, to the unforgettable design, to the fucking beat down of straight hands. Cause guess what? Both of them put. We can see he's fucking flying through that shit, dodging crazy, moving fast, even faster than he already was. And look how he deflecting attacks. Oh yeah, what's up? Oh yeah, yeah. And then knocked it right back to his ass. Okay. See, that was great too. But my favorite part about this form and the scene is like, bro, I wasn't bullshit when I say he got hands. After this sequence, you see him go up and just dead ass beat the living dog piss out of Eraser. I'm talking about went up to his ass, straight fucking combo rush, Star Platinum mad move. You can hear the aggression in his voice, that scream. Ah, yes sir. And then one last powerful hit. And look how Eraser is after. Get that boy CTE, now he tweaking. Oh hell no. And then the ending speech he gave after he defeated Eraser. He said,
"Your tale is finished, Eraser. Next time, try writing a better story."
damn, oh shit. And if you know the whole story, you know, it makes perfect sense. And also, it's a great voice line too, because imagine being this genie. Imagine getting your ass beat, or you lost really, to this hedgehog, and he says this to you, knowing damn well you can't do shit about it, because, well, he'll do it again. And also too, the second thing is, he said this, and bro, this applies to so many fucking shows I watch, bro. I want to say this is so many like creators and authors, but I saved this one for just the Rent-A-Girlfriend nigga. This applies to you heavily. After this scene, we see him drop down and post it up like he raiding the scrap again. Like, what's up? You trying to run it back? Or you can interpret this as him dropping down and putting the setup like, bitch, I dare you to get up again. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love about this form, bro. He was him before, and now he's even more him now with this form. Just a little bit more angrier and a lot of bit more hate in his heart. And with the way he was talking, I was getting similar vibes to Reverse Flash. Oh my god, just imagine we got this type of character as a Reverse Flash type of character in like the Sonic comics. Well, technically, was that like Fleetway in a way? Anyways, but yeah. Oh, and regarding Darkspawn Sonic after this, well, like I said, the infamy live on, because since this game, oh, you probably wonder when this game came out too, by the way. I think it came out like maybe 6-7 years ago.
What's up, everybody?
I was okay, I'm sorry. That's the last time I used that joke. I'm sorry. I had to, since I, you know. Anyways, I think when it came out, well, it came out this year right here. Yeah, so, but since then, we haven't got like this form of Sonic and its dominance like ever. Like, I mean, he did appear in like Mario and Sonic, one of them games, and I think he appeared, I think Sonic Forces, I think it was like a mobile game that came out, and he was like a playable character for that. That's like this cameo shit. Not like character like you could fight as, or him like, you know, transform into this form again like in a different story game, which makes sense why it doesn't. Like, I give him this because like Hypersonic, it's a way for that too, because like hell no, but I'm defending Hypersonic because we should have been got him, or at least after that game. But Darkspawn, it makes sense because Sonic got transported to a different world and it has those rings, but you know, in Sonic normal world he has Chaos Emerald, so it really doesn't make sense for him to transform into this again. But still, I miss it, damn it. I wish they like made like an arc for this in the comics some way, somehow. Like, hell, maybe in the IDW, that'd be dope. But yeah, that's pretty much it, all we got for Darkspawn Sonic. But I miss it, man. I mean, granted, I probably want more of Dark Sonic now, or Dark Sonic more than, you know, Darkspawn Sonic. But still, hey, the fan art lives on, and the community would go crazy. Right now, they get down with these type of forms. They love to remake them and mod them in games and showcase their art. By the way, these are my favorite fan arts of Darkspawn Sonic. They are just too fucking good. And from what I've seen, it's not that much fan animation compared to like Dark Sonic, but I did see a few. And ironically enough, there's a fight that someone animated with Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Darkspawn Sonic. So they see the vision too that I see. But yeah, not that much. I mean, if you search up Darkspawn Sonic animation, you're gonna get some AI bullshit. You know how I feel about AI, so fuck AI. But that's pretty much it. I miss Darkspawn Sonic. I doubt we'll ever see him again. Highly doubt it. But still, this design alone is so damn fire. Whoever designed this, you fucking cook. You was in a fucking bag, lab, cooking some shit up, and this what you got? Bravo, 10 out of 10. I think this might be my favorite design-wise for like a Sonic form. There are a few others like these, but like, once again, this right here is just the king of that shit. Now, granted, I ain't gonna lie, it does look like Bit the Cat in a way, and you know I don't like Bit the Cat, so that kind of makes me a little bit mad. But hey, fuck it, we ball, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and the glory here. I know some of y'all are gonna be like, yo, what about this form? What about that form? What about Supersonic? How could you forget Supersonic? Now, okay, first of all, calm down. And I know I couldn't get to every form because it's a lot. But as far as Supersonic and Supersonic 2, he has just like crazy moments in that form. I'm gonna go over that in a different video. It's a whole separate video. It could be fucking 20 or 30 minutes just talking about moments alone. And Supersonic 2 is gonna be with that video. So that's in the future. As far as other forms like Warhol Sonic or Excalibur Sonic, I think I mentioned them, but I didn't do like a whole video about them. I might do one in the future, but not now. I will say I did mention them in that Invincible video, at least Warhol Sonic at least. So if you want to see like other forms that I talked about that I didn't do a whole video on, go watch that video and that whole scenario about the what if Sonic variants was invincible, you know, like War. Yeah, go watch that, and I talk more about forms over there too. I might do a part 2 in this fucking compilation video. So there's so many forms out there, I'll get to them eventually. All right, back to the video. Oh, whoa! And I wanted to know more about this Fleetway form. Why is it talked about in high regards? Why does he look like a fiend? Is this clone of Supersonic? The next hour and a half, wow, Fleetway Sonic is indeed something else. So let's start with the basis of this form. If you don't know what this form is and took a guess, you probably think what I was thinking and say this is Supersonic on acid, which is kind of true. You see, Fleetway Sonic is not from the Archie comics, believe it or not, or the IDW comics. It is from this British comic called Sonic the Comic. Yeah, pretty clever name. And as you know, different comics comes with different publishers. The publisher behind this was Fleetway, and I think you could put 2 and 2 together now. Fleetway Sonic was born from this comic. He came about in one of the earlier chapters in this series. And here's the thing, Fleetway had the privilege, since the comic was coming out in the 90s, they could get as creative as they want with Sonic characters. And they often included things from the new games releasing around that time, and they would add their own spin to things. And as I mentioned, one of the earliest issues, Sonic and Tails got into a crazy situation, a crazy battle where it was looking dire. Sonic somehow fell into this oil, which was scorching hot. It was almost like falling into a volcano. Just when you thought it was GG's for my boy, he came back as Supersonic and went ballistic, going off on the Robotniks and destroying them one by one, something the regular Supersonic would do and probably would gloat and emote while doing it. But this time, instead of like attacking the bad guys, initially doing that, Fleetway does not give 1 ounce of fuck. Whoever's there will get some too. He went after this good civilian, which is so out of ordinary for a Sonic character. And thanks to Tails taught no jutsu him, Sonic came back to normal. I should state too that the energy from the Chaos Emeralds will kind of cause him to transform into this Fleetway Sonic. I could be wrong though, or let's just say I'm inferring that the more Chaos Emeralds he's exposed to, the more powerful Fleetway Sonic could get. And not just powerful, the more sadistic, chaotic, sinister Fleetway Sonic will be. Scary, right? Yep, have more nightmares. But let's talk about the design real quick and scare you some more. The design of Fleetway Sonic is pretty cool, but insane. Furry, rough skin, looking like a wolf low-key. Look like if you bite your ass, you would get rabies for sure. The eyes look like he got a white and red Renegon, and that evil smile, he genuinely looks ferocious. He will later look even more crazier with growing fangs from his mouth, and then he got his more exposed aura too. And you're probably like, how the hell is he a school threat? Remember when I said if you're in Fleetway Sonic way, you better move. You better move. That is because the power will get the best of him and he will kind of lose control a little bit and strike whoever is in his way. And the fact that this happened every time in the comic, it was kind of funny to me because it went from this random civilian to this to Knuckles, bro. I remember he fucking crashed out at Knuckles and literally beat the brakes off of him. Fucking ground and pound his ass. Bro, Knuckles in every video is just always getting either beat up or just glazing for no reason. And while this probably was scared of younger me, the adult me likes this because sometimes you just gotta lash out. It gave me so many similarities when different people lose control when they get new super forms. Ninetales, Naruto, Vasta Lord Ichigo, you know what he did to his friend, right? And then during mid-fight, before he killed him, Uryu came and said, hey, that's enough, man. Like, you don't need to do this shit. Nah, fuck all that. You could go too with them, nigga. And then he stabs his friend. You tripping. Yup. And Sonic kind of the same way. Bro remind me of Perk Angle, bro. Like, when he get going, he gets going. You can't stop this man. And the fact that he's moving like Perk Angle too is so damn dope. So low-key, kind of a school threat, because this happens more and more and more. And sometimes the situation gets even crazier. But the powers he acquired too was so dope. Pretty much think of Super Sonic and his powers, but add a little more moves and lasers to that bitch. Yeah, he could shoot lasers like Homelander. He could really bite niggas if he wanted to. My guy even defeated Mecha Sonic. Yes, sir. And also, I remember one of the, I think it was called Wild Specials or Running Wild. That whole arc was good, but one of my favorite moments is when he came back and legit caused fucking mayhem. He was bloodlusted to trying to kill Amy. Dude, he came into battle and just destruction immediately occurred. He crashed out on everyone there. Like, he was dominating so much, they couldn't even fight back. They just ran away. And I don't blame him, because like Amy, Tails, and the rabbit guy right here, I forgot his name, they were just shocked at what was going on. He has the school threat badge on Hall of Fame easily, just laughing while he caused all them flames to erupt. A demon. Like, bro, look how he looks right here. Oh, hell no. Bro literally shot down a helicopter with his lasers. So scary that this is Sonic right here. And even when he came back to normal, he was shocked, saying, what have I done? If you know, this look here remind me exactly like the Shibuya incident with Yuji, when Sukuna said, look, he showed Yuji what he did. Yeah, literally the exact same moment, but this time, Sonic turned back into Fleetway Sonic and just kept it going because of the stress. Man, this shit was crazy. Now, even though he went on the rampage, Amy did find a way to like subside this Fleetway Sonic. It was a dope way. Plus, her character is also great in the comic too and other comics. But I'll save that. You know, I'll talk more about that when I cover Amy in one of the future videos. But yeah, I think that alone shows you how crazy this form could get. I also forgot to mention, there was a time that Fleetway Super Sonic kind of got trapped by the Chaotix Suit. You know, he got locked up. And somehow, some way, this nigga was so powerful that he broke through that shit and became free again. Yes, he had his own jailbreak arc in a way. And this time he was even more powerful. And for him to break out in this this thingy right here, I forgot the name. But just know it's kind of impossible to break out of it. But somehow he found a way and now he is free. That's how he got this infamous panel right here. I'm telling you, he won't stay down. You cannot stop this nigga. Now, even though that was a great feat, this Fleetway Super Sonic met his foe, Sonic, and they kind of duked it out a little bit. But he kind of lost because, well, the power to break out of here was a lot, and that kind of cost him. So he kind of did a bitch move and ran away. I know I talked about his high moments and how raw he is. I got to talk about his low moments once again. Kind of a coward, but he had no other choice. He had to leave, man. He didn't want to fucking get captured again. But also, too, there's another part in the story where, like, he kind of goes on this hero journey and tries to control his wild, evil side. Even befriended some people like this lady right here and this cat. They became good friends. And yeah, he had like a redemption arc, low key. I didn't expect this, but yeah, it was cool, but it wasn't like the old Fleetway Sonics. But it was still good writing though. I appreciate it. However, I think later on he came back in one like final rage moment. It was good, but it wasn't compared to the old ones. And plus, I think he kind of merged back with Sonic. So his ending was a little bit iffy to me. But the start of it was so dope. A fucking character with Black Air Forces energy every time. And I think from this and the legacy this super form had, and people miss this form so much. This was their childhood in a way. So like, what other way could they honor this form? Yes, sir. Fan creations are here. And it's funny because seeing all these great fan arts of Fleetway Sonic, it always depict them as, you know, chaotic, evil being in the Sonic verse. I don't see the good Super Fleetway. Nah, just the demon. And so many of these arts, make it look so much more scarier. But don't get me wrong, when he became Super Sonic, everyone feared for their life. But this one, like, enhanced with modern art styles, like, bro, it is so fucking scary. Like, look at these. These gonna give you nightmares. Like, I found someone on Reddit who literally combined like 3 forms, and look at this. This is art, man. Holy shit. No, you got Dark Form, Sonic.exe. These forms go hand in hand with scaring Sonic fans. And then when you type in Sonic.exe versus Fleetway Sonic, or even not versus, just in general, you'll see so many fan arts with these 2 forms. They are like fucking yin and yang at this point, because they are just so much alike, but different. But pretty much up there in the same tier of being terrifying. And there are so many videos on YouTube, on the internet, with these 2 forms just going head to head in combat, sprite battles, fan animations, 3D death battle like fights. It's insane. I will say one of my favorites is this one right here. I might, depending on if I get a lot of likes in this video. If I get a lot of likes, I'll probably cover this in its own video because it looks so good and it has like hella hype behind it. See the views? Damn, 10 million? Shit. You can see the impact of Fleetway Sonic in a way. And he's not in just the fan animated stuff. And he's also featured in, well, you know the Sonic fandom sometimes like to get carried away with this stuff. VR videos or brain rot videos. Like, bro, what the fuck is this? Oh my god. I'll tell you, like, every time I talk about a form or a character, it always goes back to brain rot in a way. But yeah, he's featured in different mods. He's kind of like associated with Friday Night Funkin', of course. Different mods, Smash Bros. I gotta put him in that game. He's featured in Sonic Generations, well, as a mod, of course. He was in Sonic Adventure DX, which that goes hand in hand with the Fleetway comics. Even in games like Sonic R, like, bro, they go in with these mods. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I seen this, and like, I couldn't unsee it. I had to show y'all this, because like, I was just looking through different mods, see what else he's in, and somehow I found this image right here. And I don't know what to think of it. I think it's time to end off the video. Last thing, I think it's dope to see like an old form of Sonic still be somewhat popular in the fandom with recreations and people still loving this form and learning more about it. That's really dope, man. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. I showed you the bad side of Sonic and the good side, but mostly the crash out side, which that kind of all that matters for this form. You know, it's not. That's what I love about it the most. But yeah, Fleetway Sonic is such a cool form, a crazy form too. It was nice learning more about this, and I actually want to do this with more forms and other characters in Sonic I don't know too much about. But one form I think I did a video on, like in a gaming video about, but I just want to talk about it too, because y'all don't understand the impact that Fire Sonic had on me, bro. Fire Sonic is one of my favorite forms of all the Sonic, and the crazy part is it's not even canon. The concept and the way it happened is so damn near perfect, bro. So as you know, Fire Sonic came about in this fan-made series called Super Mario Bros. Z. I mentioned that a whole bunch of times. I'm gonna say it again. Super Mario Bros. Z is basically like this early or late 2000s show, and it's kind of like Dragon Ball but with Mario and Sonic characters, and it's beautifully animated, and it defined Flash animation. They had the best right there. Mark Haynes, I think the guy behind it. By the way, I know he's been in some trouble recently. I separated art from the artist, man. I don't support what he says. You know, if it's true or not, I don't really, mess with that. Going back to Super Mario Bros. Z, so that childhood show, it was my everything. I was into anime, Mario, Sonic, and that was all in one. I have so many moments that I could just talk about from the show, but for right now, I'm going to talk about Fire Sonic. So as you know, this all happened about, I think, I'm going to call it the final arc of Super Mario Bros. Z, because the hiatus after that. This arc is where, take down, Bowser, Basilix, I think that's his name, and Bowser Jr. and all basically the Koopa Troopers and all that shit up there. So yeah, it was like a rescue mission too. I think they had to get Peach back. But I'm gonna save this whole arc, probably for another video. If y'all want that so bad, comment down below. And yeah, but Fire Sonic, let me just tell you real quick, bro. Sonic has a lot of forms that he used, Subsonic, regular Sonic, and all that shit in the show. But Fire Sonic is something that we just never thought we was gonna see. Because what if we mix the Mario power-ups with the Sonic characters, because, hey, there's no really, there's no scientific evidence that can't happen. So, the context before this, they was kind of getting their shit beat up. It was the army of Koopas, and they was beating the shit out of them, and Basilix was going crazy, and they need, some power boost or something like that, because, It was getting outnumbered. And that's when somehow Sonic encountered the Fire Flower. And oh boy, that's all she wrote, bro. I'm talking about this is like only like 2 minutes long or like 3 minutes, but it's 3 minutes of greatness. Slow build up, you're like, oh shit, it's about to go down. And then, bro, he transforms, and I think everyone should. Bro, look at these Koopas' face. They know they finna face death in a few seconds, bro. It is raps for them. And look at Sonic right here. Oh my god, that's that Goku pose. When he turns Super Saiyan, oh yeah, he stares like this, bro. You better run, because these niggas finna get blitzed, bro. And that's what happened, bro. We see him dash off. And hold on, before I talk about that, dude, the concept is simple. Like, it's really just, you know, Sonic being red skin, but the eyes too, the yellow eyes and stuff, and the fire aura. Oh my god, it all just works so well. He had like low-key Mario Kart shit. Like, bro, look at their faces, nigga Mario pissed. Like, nigga, it's not fucking power. Nigga, fuck on that shit, bro. And he takes off, bro, dude, just, you know, combo hitting these niggas, kicking these niggas, bro, throwing flames at the same time. And this is a matter of literally milliseconds, bro. Just imagine Sonic, a nigga that's so fast, could just shoot fire at you at the same time, to kick the shit at you and give you a 15-piece wings combo, and then inside the fucking fries with that fucking kick, bro. That didn't make no sense at all. But anyways, he proceeds to shoot, literally spam the fireball like Mario does and how I be doing in Smash, bro. And then he's also running at the same time, and then spin dashing you, hitting him with that ball, bro, like you always be doing, and throws even larger flames at them. Like, dude, this nigga won't stop for real. And it's just chaos, bro. These Koopas are hitting the screen, bro. Like, they are getting blitzed. They can't do nothing. I look and start to feel sorry for Koopas at times, but even in fan animation and the games, but they be going through it, bro. Like, this is what I'm talking about with the Flash animation, bro. It goes from literally 2D to like a third-person point of view, and like you actually playing the Sonic game. That detail was a great touch, and bro, one of my favorite moves, and probably my favorite move in the whole thing was when he legit was running around the Koopas like in a circle and created a fire tornado, bro. Look at that. Boom! Like, dude, that shit was amazing. And actually, they do that a lot. Like now in Sonic games, like I know Sonic Frontiers does that, and then you get rings from him, bro. Like, dude, this shit was ahead of its time, bro. This is why I love Fire Sonic so much, bro, because he has like a great bag of moves in the arsenal and stuff, and you know, Base Sonic and Super Sonic are pretty much like a little bit OP, but Fire Sonic, bro, I'm not even bullshitting, I couldn't find one weaknesses. I guess maybe it's like it stops too short or something like that, but I don't know. There's no weakness in this bitch, bro. He's literally just an unstoppable god. And bro, I never thought Fire and Sonic would mix, but yeah, it did. That's why Fire Sonic is one of my favorite forms of all time. And as you can see, it spawned a whole bunch of fan creations. And fun fact, I even used them in the Sonic Smash Bros video. So, look at it. That bit nice, right? I'm telling you, the movesets are fire, bro. No pun intended. And that's pretty much it after that episode, because, you know, it kind of just teamed up and, you know, defeat the Koopas and stuff. Hey, you know what's cool about certain fiction characters? They either have a dark personality or have a dark evil form. It always hit. I don't know why. Maybe because we get tired of that nice hero shit and need him to wake the up. Maybe it's because as kids it was cool to see them as the good guy, but then you grow up and happen to experience, you know, life, and then you start to see yourself in the villain. You start rooting for the villain, and you be like, damn, I must be the bad guy. Scary, right? There are a lot of characters in fiction that deals with this type of stuff, whether they have this villainous side of them, or a form, or even a damn replica, like Goku, Goku Black, Flash, Reverse Flash, Mr. White, Yo, and Heisenberg. Last but not least, for the sake of this video, Sonic and Dark motherfucking Sonic, nigga. Play that intro.
Oh, you idiot!
Now, Dark Sonic has always piqued my interest growing up with Sonic. And what's crazy is the guys I named earlier are pretty much all canon to their series. And Sonic, mostly Dark Sonic, I love it more for this non-canon stuff. Like the canon stuff I get into later, but yeah, it's like the damn community took this form and did sprints around it and made this form so damn iconic to the community and to Sonic in general. And I want to make this video because I've been seeing resurgence of this form again. People talking about it since the Sonic 3 movie came out, and they're saying like, bro, what if instead of Super Sonic in the, okay, spoilers if you haven't seen it yet, but instead of, you know, when Sonic got mad at Shadow, what if we got Dark Sonic instead? And I'm like, first of all, if we got that form in this moment, I'm pretty sure, I guarantee you, that Sonic would have probably killed Shadow right then and there, because that form is nothing to play with. Second, I kind of want to see the 2. Oh my god, that would have been so dope. I would have just screamed. I would have just screamed so loud they got to take me out of the movie theater or some shit. That's how much I fuck with this form. Anyways, let me tell you about the form to begin with. Now, the origin for this as well, for me at least, was Sonic X back in the early 2000s. It's one of my favorite moments in the show, period. And from what I remember, he got super pissed because I believe this, I want to say alien robot or monster, because this is the point in Sonic X where they kind of went anime original. But he was the big villain in this scenario, and he was teasing Sonic, and Sonic got super pissed because his new but dear friend Cosmo was scared from the robot, and Chris, Sonic human buddy, was unconscious. He thinking, you know, this guy got something to do with it. This guy here had to test his new robots on Sonic and see what this form was about. But hey, Sonic looked back like these and said, alright, bet. And then blitzed the hell out of these robots, these little frauds. And while he's killing them, he's laughing menacingly and posting like a YN. Ooh, bro, this shit still hit now, bro. It always hits, because you never think Sonic would look like this. I'm telling you. With that smoke right there and him just posing like that, gave everyone chills in the Sonic community. Let's talk about the looks real quick. Bro had a dark purple ore with the all black coated skin, no pupils. Dude, you would think he lost all control. It's funny, this how like dead ass the opium niggas was dressing in that prime run. They trying to be like this. He was excited to see what much more this form could do, but here go Eggman ruining shit again. Bro, this nigga started pissing me off every time I see him in these videos now. Because he cut this form short by saying, "Gee, Sonic, I've never seen you this angry. You need to snap out of it." But even though it was short, it was still great to see.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Hey, editing me here. So I saw that said Dark Sonic was like canon to Sonic X. Now I kind of realized it's technically not really canon to it, because if you think about it, it was in Sonic X, right? So it's canon to a TV show, but like it happened in the anime original arc. So like, you know, it didn't happen during the game arc of the show, and it was doing like Sonic Adventures. So it didn't happen during that. So I'm just gonna say it's non-canon. But the Sonic franchise do acknowledge it, that they talk about it, bring up later on in the video, they talk about it a little bit. So I'm just gonna say it's non-canon, but they do know about it. Alright, back to the video. And you're probably wondering, did this appear in the new shows maybe? Maybe Sonic Boom? Nope. Well, what about Mania? Nope. Okay, hold on, wait. They had a new show recently. Came out like 3 years ago, something like that. What about Sonic Prime? Hell no. Trust me, I was disappointed too, because you think they would have Silver in it, you know, because they're going through different dimensions and shit. If they're not going to have him in it, I'm not going to expect anything from like the beloved Sonic community to be in that show. But yeah, from my knowledge, that's the only time we've seen them in a Sonic TV media form. No games, no comics. The only time they mention that form again is like when they do like a sometimes random Twitter post and then they include Dark Sonic in it. That's pretty much it. But of course, I spent like 2.5 hours researching this, and that's all I could find. So if y'all somehow find anything, then let me know down below in the comments. Moving on. Now, even though it hasn't appeared officially since Sonic X, it didn't stop the fans from going buck wild mayhem with this form, because it is a well-known staple in the community at this point. But the first major use of it that I remember was by Chakra X, where he made this goated fan animated video, Nazo Unleashed. Yes, sir. We all know about this one. Come on. This was everyone's childhood, which I already covered in another video and talked about Dark Sonic there again too. So give it a watch. But to reiterate, in that video they showed Dark Form Sonic appear similar to Sonic X style in a way, but you know, times 10. Because in this scenario, I believe Nazo, this unstoppable beast right here, actually killed Tails in front of Sonic. And he's seen that this time. So that's when he went berserk. And this nigga was so damn raw. Oh my God. He didn't even do too much with his form. But after that video blew up, the next decade, the following years, and even now to this day, this form has taken over. You'll see it everywhere on the internet if you just search up Dark Sonic. And you would think this is a goddamn major form for Sonic in a way in this franchise. You'll see a whole bunch of fan fiction, fan arts, AMVs, different mods with him in different games, and just the overall showcase of this form. And boy, do all these hit. The impact of Dark Sonic is crazy. The fans took something that was small and made it into the most scary, depressing thing in the community that not only scared the rest of the Sonic cast, but me as well at this point, because some of these arts are definitely nightmarishly good. Before I look into other ones and explain those, there's one core memory video I have off the top of my head that I grew up watching too, like I guess in middle schoolish days, was the Star Set My Demons AMV with Dark Sonic. And this is where I realized, yeah, this form could get truly, truly dark. You see what I did there? With 43 million views, this showed how not only powerful this form is, but how shit will go down and Sonic will lose fully control with this. You see, he got friends like Amy and Tails crying, hoping their friend would come back like the hero he once was. Then you got Silver coming in and stopping him, which is be a wonderful, wonderful fight. And so many damn Super Shadow versus Dark Sonic fan fiction art style battles, what if scenarios, which you power scaling guys could debate that in the comments to see who really win the fight. And also in the video, I found this funny, I don't know why, but a portion of the video shows like Shadow, I think it's fan animation, like back in the day, showed Shadow using a blicky trying to stop Dark Sonic, and it just teleports and just shows Shadow like shaking in his boot when he realized he can't stop Dark Sonic. And when watching this video again, you know what this concept reminds me of, low-key? Have y'all played the Spider-Man 2 game and y'all got through the Symbiote arc? Like when Peter was becoming a menace, talking crazy, having a like bad attitude, fucking growling at some points, like, okay, he didn't growl, but his voice was definitely getting aggressive. But this is literally Dark Sonic. Like he's smiling, laughing evilly, ready to off niggas the more he gets mad. Like, come on, bro. But yeah, they'll show him go fully dark mode, and you know how that goes in the end. So regarding fan arts, there are different collections you could go through, but one of the genres to me is like the fan comics, which, by the way, yes, the video is still coming. Let me breathe. The fan comics for this form go crazy. Like you can find these on YouTube, DeviantArt, and I did do some for that video, so I'm not going to go over it that much. But one particular I have to talk about is the Dark Sonic comic by Dragon Arts with the Z. This one is too good and we got to talk about it. So off rip, it shows Dark Sonic just put up pissed the f off like, Shadow, my guy, what the hell did you do? Which, by the way, I found out with the context. I think they said in the comments too that, like, you remember the Shadow the Hedgehog game and different paths you can go into that game, like the hero, the villain path, the anti-hero way. Like, I think it's so many different paths in that game, but this is like the completely bad path that you can go on, the timeline of what if he actually went this way in like this comic. So that's dope. But yeah, Sonic does this creepy Joker laugh right here, and the art is just wonderful. I love it. And the art style, the paneling remind me of like a webtoon in a way. Sonic then proceeds to go off on him, like just tell his ass off. And he even brought up Maria. Oh no. Oh shit, this is the trigger word for Shadow. Even saying if she saw him right now, she would wish that he was dead instead of her. Damn, oh my god. Shadow is getting angry, rightfully so. And they're both just finna lash out all this rage, emotion, and power right here. And when they was ready to scrap, that's what they did. But with amazing action, they clashed. Now the comic ends with a DB style like punch. But either way, this was dope. The build up, the lead up, and the what if scenario is amazing. And that's how fans could create this and go beyond with the simplest stuff in this Sonic franchise. Hopefully they do more stuff like this, because I saw the vision in this and they can go crazy with this form alone or other forms of Sonic. There was a wonderful fan and made a version of this too. Like this was incredible. Guy right here has to work for Mappa or some shit, like, dude, Secret Agent or something? Tell me, because this was S tier. Okay, so I found this Dark Sonic versus, I'm sorry, I can't take this seriously, I don't know why, but I found this Dark Sonic versus the World video, and I know people are gonna say Sonic wouldn't hurt his friends, he would fight this power and then become the hero that we all know. Nah, fuck all that. In this video, bro, he said everybody and is offing everyone that's getting in his way without hesitation. Like, bro starts going crazy on Amy, his friends. Shadow comes in, of course, you know, and they have a tussle too. This video leads to like him fighting other video game characters. Mario, Link, I think Cloud came in this bitch. Scorpion from Mortal Kombat came in this universe and is fighting Dark Sonic. What? Yeah, and it gets bizarre, but it shows you the representation of how far these fans will go. Then you got other great fan arts too. There's this one where it's movie Sonic but dark form. and others just show him going berserk and losing all control. And then you got the other ones that recreate the Sonic X scene right here, and these are great, wonderful too. Then you got other what if scenarios if he fought other forms of himself. Fleetway Sonic, which this form, oh boy, the fans love this chaotic son of a bitch right here, bro. You got people also using this form alone and applying it to other characters. There's a whole bunch of Dark Shadow forms, artworks out there, Dark Tails, Knuckles. There's even Dark Amy, and she looks badass right here. Hey, I know it's just me, she looks badass, man. Of course, there's Skin Brain Rot. When will I escape this hell? And lastly, the video games. Now, as I said before, Dark Sonic is not in the games, but there have been attempts and variations of it. Let me know down below in the comments if I'm reaching or not, but to me, I see a similarity between these. First one I thought to like kind of remind me of Dark Sonic in a way was Unleashed, when he went Red Hard Sonic, and the transformation and just his overall emotions in the game, you know, a little aggressive in that. You got Dark Spawn Sonic, which I think this form is just badass. Like top 3 design wise, like this shit is goated, but it's kind of different but similar in the way, you know, you got the stripes and skin's purple and stuff. But you also got fire powers. Actually, you could say it's like a mix between Fire Sonic and Dark Sonic in a way. But that's getting a little too complicated. But yeah, also dope. You can include that in there. People actually like it more than Dark Sonic, but to each their own. You know, either way, both are great, wonderful. This one right here is the most like accurate one to Dark Sonic. I mean, pretty much this is the closest thing I can get to Dark Sonic in the game. So take it how you will. But the recent Sonic Frontiers game they introduced, was it Cyber Corrupted Sonic. Certain screenshots does show Dark Sonic in a way, but yeah, this is the closest thing we got to it. Except this one, he's like more like a zombie that is just stuck. But none of these will come close to the actual true form of Dark Sonic. But there have been different mods too. I've seen mods in goddamn 06, Forces, Generations. You got Smash Bros, which I played a few with him. It's fun. And even fan-made games include this, like Mugen. Y'all know about that, man. That's the gameplay of this video. Like, he's so fun to use in these games, and I love how they incorporate it. I'm pretty sure he's in Roblox. I haven't played it, but I just took a wild guess. I'm gonna assume he's in Roblox. And as you know, VR chat, like, yeah, he's in everywhere, bro.
Epilogue.
From the fan arts, from the AMVs, from the fucking fan-made battles they have on YouTube with this form, the modded character skins, yeah, from all this comes from a little dark side of Sonic. I was showed back in Sonic X for like a minute, and then since that moment happened, the rest is history, man. Simple as that. You see how iconic dark form Sonic is. And I know there's other forms like, you know, Fleetway, as I mentioned. I covered Fire Sonic and his moment in SMBZ video. And there are like 10 more of these fan forms or even legit forms in Sonic that I could go over, which we'll see. But for now, I appreciate y'all. Thumbs up this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can see when I drop. Be the first one to like it.